everybody, it's Lydia here at Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. Today is Sunday, December 12th, 2021, and welcome to my 23rd Flosstube video. I'm a little late recording. I planned initially on recording at the beginning of the month, but there's been a lot going on. I've had some changes in my life and some changes in my stitching life, which I will get to a little later on. And so it's just been a lot, and I've just been trying to figure out what's the best way to showcase my stitching with the changes in my stitching plans. So I've got a little bit of everything today. I've got a finish, I've got my works in progress, I've got some amazing haul, and today is the last day of No New Starts 2021. So officially tomorrow I can start new things, and I've got a couple of patterns picked out that I'll be starting, and I'll also be sharing them with you today. So first up, something I didn't even mention in my list of things is some stitchy kindness. My friend Emily, that I met at Stitch West earlier this year, sent me this wonderful project bag that she made herself, and it's daisy covered because she knows that I love daisies, and it's got this cute little zipper pull on it, and it is just so wonderful and special that someone took the time to make something specifically for me. So thank you, Emily. Emily told me that I could use this for my There's Beauty and Simplicity project, and I really appreciate that, but it's not going to be going in here because it's finished. Okay, so here is There's Beauty and Simplicity by Cottage Garden Samplings, and I'll put in a picture of what it looked like last time, which you will be able to see that I finished filling in this flower. I did all of this greenery. I did this greenery down here. I think I did this greenery down here in this daisy in the house that it's sitting on, and I put in the word simplicity. So I stitched this on 25 count pewter, even weave, 1/1. I made a couple of changes, so I'll put up what the cover photo looks like, so you'll be able to see some of the changes. I changed out the greens. It called for a couple of variegated colors that I didn't have, and I'm not about to go purchase new colors. So I picked 3 greens that were consecutively numbered by DMC. So it was 3345, 3346, and 3347. So there are 3 greens in here, and it's difficult to tell. Perhaps here you can see that the bottom half of this leaf is slightly lighter than the top half. And I had a hard time even telling the difference when I was stitching it, but they are there. And then something that I think makes a dramatic difference is the contrast color in the daisy. If you look at the original pattern, it's more of a dark gray. I believe it called for 169, and I changed it to 168 because daisies are white and bright to me, and so I wanted it to not be quite as dark. So there's Beauty and Simplicity, and this is my second finish of the year. So I'm really happy to have gotten this done. But have no fear, Emily. I have another whip with daisies on it that I can put into the project bag that you so graciously made me. So just let me get this up on the board real quick. There's a bump. Try to get rid of the bumps so you can see everything nicely. Okay. So this is what I call my daisy gnomes. It's by Cuore, Batticuore on Etsy. It's an Italian designer, and the name of this piece is He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not, except it's in Italian, and I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, and so I'm not gonna just screw it up. So here it is, my progress so far. Since you saw it last time, I finished the daisies in the wheelbarrow and I brought the grass over to the edge. This is the end of the pattern, and I started working on the fence. Now I left a little bit of space here where the grass should be filled in a little bit more. I'm thinking about putting my initials down there in green when I finish the piece. And I'm really happy with it. So because of my finish and simplicity and some things that I've been thinking about, I only have 2 whips, works in progress, on the go right now. Progress and on the go. So my full coverage pieces, you know, I've been working on 3 Heaven and Earth designs, and there's A Place of Her Own, which, don't worry guys, is not going anywhere. And then there's Coral City and Fantastic Latch Mushroom. And I haven't really been feeling Coral City and Fantastic Latch Mushroom, honestly, for several months, might even be as much as a year. And I pulled out Fantastic Latch Mushroom and I put in about 500 stitches on it earlier this month, and I wasn't feeling it. And I thought about it, and I thought, if I had the artwork, like the original artwork, as like a poster on the wall, I wouldn't be really attached to it, you know. I might donate that picture to Goodwill. And so if I wouldn't be attached to a poster of the image, why would I spend so many years of my life working on the image itself? So I officially decided to UFO, Coral City, and Fantastic Latch Mushroom. I'm not going to do anything to them just yet. I'm going to leave them rolled up in my box of whips, but I don't have any plans to work on them now or anytime next year. So UFOing those and finishing Simplicity knocks me down from 5 whips to 2 whips. So that's fantastic. That's my Gnomes and A Place of Her Own. And on A Place of Her Own, I've had some changes in my stitching that have really affected my progress on that. So I'll put in a clip here of what exactly has been changed. So this is the reason that my stitching has changed and that my video is a little late. This is the Monstrix stand from the Omnic factory. I had been wanting one of these for like over 5 years. So I kind of got tired of waiting, and I ended up just going ahead and getting the 2019 version and not the new 2021 version. So there are newer ones out there, but the 2019 version worked just fine. And I'm really happy that I was able to fit it in between the sofa and the footstool. So I've got it wedged in there, and take you around to the front. I purchased the frame and the stand because I was hoping it would help with my stitching posture. And it takes, a lot of adjusting to find out what works for me. I think it'll definitely be an increase in my stitching posture once I get to the area of the sofa that has the cushions on it. Right now I've been working on the little foot area that doesn't have any cushions, but it's an adjustment and I'm getting used to it. So I have on here A Place of Her Own, and I've been working on the first page of the 4th row of pages. So at the top here, this is a cushion, and you can see there's like a little button in the center of the cushion there. And I've reached the far edge of the page, and there are about 5 more rows to the page down here. So I've almost reached that. I'm not sure what this light part is. Even looking at the picture, I couldn't tell exactly what it was. But if we come over here and look at my pattern keeper, you can see that I'm at 199,967 stitches. So I'm going to do those extra 33 stitches, and then I will take this off of the scroll rods and show it to you in my regular video. So, see you in a minute. Welcome back, guys. So you saw my new Monstrix stand and my quantum frame, and I've had a place of her own on there probably for, I'd say, maybe 6 weeks, and I've just slowly been getting used to working on those. You know, it's changed, and there are lots of different ways to adjust the Monstrix stand, so I've got to figure out little adjustments to make, but I'm getting there, and I think, you know, it'll take a little bit of time, but I think I'm going to like it. So you saw a little preview there of my progress on a place of her own. In November, I got about 3,000 stitches, and then this month I've done about 2,000 stitches, and that puts me at 200,000 stitches completed on the project, which is just amazing. Now that's 65%, and it leaves me 106,000 stitches left to do. So my plan is to split this up over the next 2 years and finish it in October 2023. So I'll go ahead and show you now where it's at. Okay. So it's going to be hard because it won't even fit on my board, all of it. I might have to stand up. Okay, so last time you saw I was working on finishing up this last page of the row over here. So I have finished that red pillow with the gold filigree, which just looks amazing. And then I have gone back to the beginning of the 4th row, and I've started filling in this page. So I believe I mentioned in my other clip, this is almost at the bottom of the page, and I've reached the far side of the page. So very good progress on that first page of the 4th row there. So there she is. Just wonderful. So I'm at 200,000 stitches now, and I can start new things tomorrow. So I think that's a good place to end off on that piece for this year. So those are my lips and my finish. Now I have something else to show you. It's not cross stitch, but this is my latch hook of Winnie the Pooh. I showed this when I got it a couple of months ago. Latch hooking was my first fiber art, I guess you could call it, and I had this when I was a child, and I don't think I ever finished it. So I said, you know what, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to finish it. So you can see I've got maybe 10 more rows to do up here, and then it'll be finished. So I'm pleased with how that's turning out, and it'll be nice to have an actual finish. You know, it's kind of funny because, like, I like the way it looks on the back better. Like, I'm pretty sure that the latch hook is supposed to be displayed, like, with the fuzzy side out, with the fabric, with the yarn sticking out, but I kind of like the back better. It's so much neater. And it's just like a giant cross stitch. So that's nice. Okie dokie. So my new starts. I have been planning on having one new start, and that will be Victorian Christmas Eve, and I'll put in a picture of what that looks like. It is a full coverage pattern, and it's got about 46,000 stitches in it. I'll be starting that tomorrow, and I'm hoping that I can get at least a couple thousand stitches in. Realistically, it'll probably be 2,000 stitches. I'd love to get 5,000 stitches, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But that's what I'm aiming for. And then I have been seeing lots of people working on their mill hills, especially Kat and Sarah Stitching Mommy. And I'm a little jealous. I have a mill hill kit, and it's from the Buttons and Beads Christmas Village series. It's caroling. And I've had this in my stash for probably, it's been more than 5 years. It might have been 7 years. Which is just crazy. Like, why haven't I started this yet? I want to do a bunch of them and make them into a Christmas village as flat folds. So my plan has been to stitch them on fabric rather than the perforated paper that comes in the kit. So I have been looking, this is actually why I haven't started it in 7 years, is that I've been looking for the right fabric to stitch them on. So originally, the fabric from There's Beauty and Simplicity, I purchased this first time I ever went to a needlework store. I purchased this because I want it to be blue-gray, like a wintry sky looking fabric. So I purchased this, and I told the lady there that I needed 28 count because I need 28 counts so the beads from the Buttons and Beads will fit appropriately. And she's like, oh, you can do 25 count, but this is my first time ever doing beads, so I don't want to do it wrong. So I got this 25 count, and then I was like, you know, I'm not going to do it on 25 count. It's my first try, so I want to make sure I do it right. So over the past several years, I've bought so many different pieces of fabric to stitch this on, and none of them have been right. So I got some ice blue lugana, and yeah, so you can see this is the gray pewter, this is the ice blue lugana, and it's kind of more vibrant in real life. It's like, whoa, that is blue. So it's not for the piece. Then I got some light blue lugana, which is a nice blue, but it's more like a summery sky blue. And then, just recently, I got from Grace Notes Fabrics, which is Corrin and Colleen from the Grace Note Stitchers. They sent me this, I purchased this, it's called Paris. And it's 28 count, because again, I'm looking for a 28 count gray. And thank you so much, ladies, for this. Corinne told me that this was her favorite piece that she had ever dyed and that she didn't want to give it up. So I appreciate you giving it up for me. But I think it might be a little bit too dark for this project, so I'm going to have to save it for something else. And then I finally found the right thing. So this is light ash gray, and I got it from Primrose Cottage on Etsy. And it is almost the same color as the fabric that I did Beauty and Simplicity on, but it's 28 count, so it's the right size, and I got a fat quarter, so I should be able to get a couple of different mill hill kits on this fabric. So that solved my problem of not having the fabric for the mill hill kit. And now that I've solved my problem, and I've been seeing so many people stitching their mill hill kits, and I've had this for 7 years, which there's no way that it should take 7 years to start and finish this kit, I'm really leaning towards starting it. Or I was leaning towards starting it. But then my husband was asking me, what do you want for Christmas? And guys, like, I don't need anything for Christmas. Like, I just showed you a ton of fabric, and I mean, I have 100,000 stitches left to do in a place of her own, so I don't need any cross-stitch stuff. And I'm like, but I want something. I want Christmas to be special. So then when this fabric came in and it was the right color for the first time in 7 years, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll do this as a Christmas Day start. So I'm giving myself a Christmas present of a new start. So I'm excited to start that. I kind of don't want to wait till Christmas, but I will. I should wrap it up and put it under the tree for myself. But yeah, I'm super excited about those 2 new starts. So that's about everything I have to share with you today. There is one more thing. In my last regular Flosstube video, I had a couple of giveaways, and one of the patterns no one commented on, but for the, it's called The Castle by Teresa Winsler, I had a couple of comments, and so before I filmed this video, I went online and I put the comments into the random comment picker, and it came up with Amy Wickhouse. So Amy, congratulations, you have won this pattern. If you will contact me, give me your mailing address, I will get this sent out to you. You can send me a private message here on YouTube, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. I'm lydias.leisurely.stitching. And my Gmail is also lydias.leisurely.stitching@gmail.com. So Amy, congratulations. Reach out and I will send this off to you. Okay everybody, that is everything that I have for you today. Thank you for coming to hang out with me, and I hope you all have a wonderful end of the year, and I'll see you next year in 2022. Bye guys.